goes there? Enemy or friend? You know, in the physical world, when somebody is going to come into a secure area, then you have that kind of stock. Who goes there? Enemy or friend? And then you expect the person whether to indicate whether he's enemy or friend by giving some password. And that's a voice. But if the animals, I mean, a dog around, the dog will bark, and if the person is somebody that is known, biometrics, the smell, will let that person get into that secure environment. Today, this course about security in the virtual space, and you can see I'm using a black hat, but I don't want to be a black hat hacker, so I'm going to use, I come in peace. Yes, I come in peace. I come in peace. So, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all. There are so many big people inside this course, so many. I have all the VIPs, all the VVIPs. Hey, my head of department, my dean, and all of the vice chancellors are plenty in the course. So I salute you all. And today, where's my key? We're going to be looking at my key. No, you're not looking at my key. You are looking at a key that will open doors, the password and authentication. That is the subject of our Unit 4. Last week, we covered network security concepts and the rest there. And you people, you did well, though. You did well in the Friday test. You can see, it's also skewed to the left, meaning that many people are pushed to the right side of it, and very, very impressive scores. Although some didn't score as well as 600 and 600 out of 600 like you did the last time, because some didn't come for the debate. And I asked some interesting questions there. All right, so what is this lesson going to cover? It's going to cover why passwords are why they matter, multi-factor authentication, and tools for managing passwords securely. Now let's take it away. This word, credentials. Hey, not a certificate, not your BSc or PhD certificate. Credentials. Now, login credentials. I was so delighted during the debate that I heard many of you, the contributors, talk about using the language of the professionals. I felt so happy. I felt so happy. I was in Tokyo, as you know. I felt so happy that, oh yeah, our participants are picking up good vocabulary, good language of cyber security. So this is another one I want to introduce to you, credentials. I know most of you know it, but just to remind us. I'm talking about the debate. Somebody, malware, that software, malware. The person said, Malay war. Hey, I said, no, it's more to me that too. So don't let's Malay war anything here. It's malware. So what are credentials? Login credentials. Now, when you say, okay, what's your username? What's your password? So these are called login credentials. So from now on, my dear participants, use this correct word, credentials. Say, let me give you my login credentials. They say, this person don't arrive. Okay, fine. So that's the word we want you to pick. Today, as I said, is about password. And you recall that we gave you an assignment the last time about passwords, about what challenges you have. That's in April when the course started, preliminary or warm-up activities. Let me just show you what we had. So I try to check the number of entries, occasions you have this word, password. 210. So you'll see password everywhere. Meaning that at some point in the past you had some challenge with your password. Let me just pick out two of this. So Ayotunde Abel Ajayi, Federal College of Education Technical Akukayaba. About a year ago, one of my email addresses was hacked because my password was compromised. The hacker sent a mail to me detailing my username and password. The hacker threatened to blackmail me. I said I paid a ransom. Did you pay ransom, sir? Okay, man. Adamu Abdullahi Suleiman, Nasarawa State University. My passwords suddenly stopped working. For instance, when I try to log into my email, Facebook, bank account, or other online services, and my usual password is rejected repeatedly, it dawned on me that someone has either changed or attempted to change my passwords without my permission, which is a strong sign that my accounts have been compromised or exposed to cyber attacks. So we're talking about password. What's a password? Hey, password is the word that has passed. Interesting. Now, a password is used to identify, is a secret combination used to verify a person's identity and grant access to a system, account, or device. That's going to be the operational definition of password for this lesson. Now, why do we need passwords? You will say again, like I said in the last lesson, that this one looks like one kind the silly question. But sorry, I'm not intending to be rude there. But why passwords matter? Because of security. You know, you're familiar with this. Having gone almost a month, 3 weeks in this course. Privacy protection, prevent identity theft, financial safety, data integrity, access control, and compliance. There are many regulations require strong authentication methods. So that's why passwords matter. So let's look at this. This is our site, the VIC-based site. So you log in, you put on your password, and so what happens when you put on your password? Very interesting things happen at the back. As soon as you type username, put your username there, and then you put your password there. When you are registering, for instance, when you want to create the account, you put in username, password, and then let me show you what happens in the sequence, behind the scene activities. So you as a user, and this applies to all sites where you create accounts. You create an account by choosing a username and a password. Now that password, if you say Amina Johnson, that is not stored in plain text. It's not stored as Amina Johnson. So many things. I'm going to go through it when that happens. Instead, it goes what is called hashing. Hashing is like squeezing it. A hash function converts the password into a fixed length string. Hashing it very long and clumsy, so to speak. And it's one way. That is, when it is hashed, there's just no way. It's just like potatoes or yam, where you don't peel them, you don't squeeze them, mash the thing like pound yam. There's no way you can add the thing again. So it's computationally irreversible. And then, hey, it needs to be sweet. You add salt and pepper. You think I'm joking? No, you salt it. Salt means just adding some random data to it, just to make the thing complicated for hackers. It's often added to protect against rainbow table attacks. You will go to that. Then after it has been done, some pepper will also be added. Oh yes, I'm serious. Add some pepper. These are some strings that you add to the end and to the entire thing. Then the password in that form is stored, the hash password and salt and pepper stored in a secure database. And then when it's there, and then you come, hey, I want to take the test on Friday. Then you enter your username and you enter a password. The system rehashes the entered password using the same salt. The resulting hash is compared with the stored hash. They compare the thing. Wait in no day, say, hey, no, you're not allowed in here. Go back. So if the hash is matched, access is granted. Yeah, come and take your test, or come and upload your discussion forum, or upload your practical. And if not, access is denied. So this is how the thing works, my dearest participants. This is just a flow chart of it. The user, that's you, that's me, we type in username and password. That like this, the credentials, recall the thing now. So salt will be added, password, pepper will be added. So these are, look at this. This was just something added at the end there, just to ensure that the thing becomes as complicated as this. So the password is hashed and then sent to a database and stored there. It's saved to the website's database. So when you now put the thing, you want to log in again, or if it is it's complicated for you, or rather you miss the thing, access denied, I say, okay, you can reset your password. So that's how this thing goes. Please remember this sequence. So we want the password to be strong, huh? Okay. So to get plenty muscle, what are the things that require? Three major things, by the way. 3 major things. If the password is short, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's easy to beat, and you're going to see that in the practical. But the longer it is, the better. Be at least to 10 to 12 characters long. That's one characteristic. The other is complexity, complex. Use a mix of uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers, and special symbols. Avoid common words. Then unpredictability. Avoid using easily guessable information such as your birthday. Many of us do that. I do that. But I put some interesting things before and after the birthday, names or dictionary words. I did not follow that. Okay. So let's move on to multi-factor authentication. So we have defined, so far we have defined password. We have looked at what happens, the sequence, what happens behind the scene. And then we have looked at the characteristics of strong passwords. Now, we've been talking about multi-factor authentication since the beginning of this course. What's the meaning of that? No, that factor is multi. That means many factors. What are the factors? There are 3 factors. Something that you know. KHA, that's what I use to abbreviate this, to remember it. K, something that you know. What do I know? A password, security question. Where were you born? What car did you? What was the first car? What's your father's or mother's middle name? That kind of a thing. That's something that you know. The other is something that you have. Look, a token. I have some token here of my GT Bank account. So something that you have, a physical device such as a smartphone. Yeah, the smartphone, your phone. You know, when you travel and if you are doing a 2-factor, this 1-factor, 1-factor, 1-factor. So multi-factor, 2 factors could be this and this. It could be this and this. Yeah, or it could be the 3, together. So you have your phone as something that you have. So when they want to check you out, they send a code. You are all familiar with this. They send a code to your phone, and then you pick it from there. And there's something that you are, your person, your biometrics, fingerprint, or facial recognition. So when you talk about multi-factor authentication, you mean these 3 things. What you know, something you have, and something that you are. Well, but why is it important? We also know why it is important. To protect against password breaches, to mitigate phishing attacks, to secure sensitive accounts, essential for banking. Your banking, it says something to you. If it's not there, then your money all don't go, although not plenty money we get, but it may go. Reduce risk of credential stuffing. What's credential stuffing? I told you what credential is. Credential is your username, your password, and some other things that are used to identify yourself. Then prevents attackers from using stolen passwords across multiple sites. So if you are stuffing, if you just use the same password everywhere, that is bad practice, bad password hygiene. You just ensure that you have them as separate things all over the different sites. So credential stuffing is where you just use, prevents attackers from using stolen passwords across multiple sites. If you just put the same thing on the different sites, that is a challenge. Benefits of multi-factor authorization, authentication has more layers of security, of course, than 2FA. Meets regulatory compliance, personalization, and more conversions. Oh yeah, so that's it. Now, how do you you ask me now, how you do this multi-factor authentication? How do we enable it? It's quite simple. Let's take some in common platforms. For Google, like Gmail, those of you on your Google Drive, you just go to Google Account Security, enable 2-step verification. I'll show you this in a minute. Okay, let's just do that and get it over with. So you have this. You can see, I'm not going to go all the way down there. So for here, you have, yes. Yeah, you can see 2-step verification. So this is what you're going to get on, and then it will take you to decide on which of the 2 factors you want. All right, for Microsoft Office or Outlook, Microsoft Security, if you go here, you see enable MFA, multi-factor authorization. Then Facebook, navigate to settings, security and login. Any of your sites, that you have all you put in your credential, you have this multiple, the MFA thing there, multi-factor. So Instagram, WhatsApp, of course, enable two-step verification, banking and financial accounts. So that's it. That's how you enable it. Quite straightforward. Quite straightforward. Now, shall we proceed to look at some tools for managing our password securely? You have passwords everywhere. So how do you manage them that you don't forget them or you don't mix them up? There are what we call password managers. Like LastPass, I'll show you some others. The security store your passwords. And then when you are filling the form, I'm sure you have seen these ones too many times. They will auto fill your credentials for you when you need them. Then there are some built-in password managers like in Google, Microsoft Edge, and the rest. Let me show you something quick. Yeah, this my Google site, and the newsletter number 6, we're talking about dark web. So you get alerts. I put this one on. When any of my information is found on the dark web, the thing will alert me. And then move on. So the password manager here, I have 30 passwords saved in Google account. I don't want to show this on account of security. And so the password manager, you can just come here and will give you access to the free password manager. Yeah, so that one, my Google, is my built-in password manager. I encourage you to use it. You can have some secure vaults. You can have auto-generated strong passwords. So you get to some site and say, okay, fine, this your thing is not strong enough. Can we generate something for you? I will generate something quite long, which you may not be able to remember, but they're good. If you store them in the password manager, they'll be so nice. What are the key features of password managers? Encrypted storage, password generation. So if you go to any of the free password managers, if you don't want to try Google, then I'll show you some others in a minute. Cross-platform sync. There's many password managers sync your vault across devices, ensuring access wherever you are. Gives you additional security tools. Now, what are the best password management tools that we have here? So these are them: Keepers, Password, Dashlane, and you can try them out. I use Google and the rest, like you can see here. And I've given here the key features of some of them. The version, whether it's free. This one is 14-day trial. All of these ones are free, and these are their platforms where you can use them. So if you wish to try these out, as I said, in my own case, I just use the free one in Google. Hey, time for a break that you have been waiting for. So let's go on a short. Okay, let's spend the break time well by having this tidbit. And this one has nothing to do with security, but it has something to do with email. It has something to do with how you show yourself as an old person or as a new person. So you see, if I see an email with the subject line, what you have in the subject line, showing full capitalization, I know say this person old cargo. Let me use cargo. Old brigade. Brigade is fine. We're talking about who goes there now. So, but the new thing is set like this: sentence case. Look at this: correction of name of my institution, capital letters. Correction of name of my institution, a sentence case. So if you actually go to your inbox and just look at the subject lines, you find that they are like this over the last maybe 15 years or so. But those people who are stuck in the old brigade thing, they just put it in as capital. So what am I saying? This break, let's try to move in this direction. Break is over. Yeah, so welcome back from the short break, and we're going to dive into how these cyber criminals, what methods they use to crack passwords. Hey, by the way, from next lesson, I'm going to be showing you a few of these interesting things. Now, wearing a white hat, I'm going to put on the black hat. No, maybe gray, ethical, maybe gray. So one is brute force attack. they will try all manner of combination. You know, like a box when you lock it, combination box, and then you've forgotten the sequence of the numbers. They begin to try. Is it 111 or 000 or whatever? So that's brute force attack. Trying every possible combination until the correct password is found. The one is a dictionary attack. They have, see, this you can see that in the lead article of the newsletter 6 about the dark web. They have this dictionary that have compiled list of common passwords or words, and then they check that out, and then they open the door for them. Credential stuffing, using student username password combination across multiple sites. I mentioned that a few minutes ago. The phishing, you will be phishing. Even the whole place is smell fish now in this course. Tricking users into providing login credentials through fake websites or messages. Then key logging. Hey, you see, there are some devices which will record your strokes as you are typing. There's a malicious software. You'll be typing as when you want to enter the username. Hey, the thing will capture the thing. You want to press this thing, it will capture that. Hey, the rainbow table attack, using pre-computed tables to reverse hash. These are available plenty in the dark web. You use the thing. They will, man-in-the-middle attack, intercepting login details during data transmission. So these are 7 methods of where cyber criminals. Please be familiar with this. Now, let's go on to practical number 4. Practical number 4, where are you? The first activity, there are 2 activities. So, password protecting a Word document. Password protecting a Word document. Yeah, this is very important tool. When my the director of African Center of Excellence tells me, sir, can you send me, that's Professor Sonny, Rashid Sonny, a great guy. Can you send me your questions for this course? No problem, sir. No problem, Professor Sonny. So I will send the questions, but I won't send the questions, just put it in Word and send to him. No. The answer, the result sheets, so when I get the results out, so I'm sure many of you know this, but it's going to be a practical, practical 4, part 1 of it. So what are the steps? First, to create a new Word document. This also applies to any of these things: Excel, PowerPoint, any of the apps in the Microsoft Office suite, maybe some others. So when you are saving a document, you give it a file name, of course, and then what we normally don't do, many people don't do, is they just save and then go away. But now I want you to go to Tools. I want you to go to General Options, and then in General Options, you provide the passwords to open and to modify, and then you capture your screen. Hey, Peter Okebukola, I know they do too much grammar. I want to show you how this thing is done. So let's go. So this is my question for AC 901. Just put that as advanced techniques in cyber security. Answer our questions. Questions carry equal marks. So these are my questions. You don't need to write anything, question or whatever. Just put something small in your own report. So that is it. So I want to send this to my head of department, Professor Gbenga Akindoju. No. Gbenga Akindoju is my head of department in ST, but Rashid Sonny is in the center. By the way, I offer service in both centers, although they don't pay me. I'm a professor emeritus, so they pay nothing. So I just struggle. I'm a struggling man, but thank God, nothing spoiled. So what you need to do, you then go to File. Listen carefully. You go to Save. Then you go to Browse, and then you save. I know you know how to do these things now. So what you want to do is, you in many cases you just do save and go away, but you want to password protect it. So you go to Tools. You can see that one. You see Map Network. You see Save Options, the General Options. Now General Options will go. Click on General Options, and General Options will say File Encryption Options for this document. Password to open, you put them there. Password to modify. I think these 2 are important because you don't want anybody, even the head of the department, to modify your questions. But if you want, you can just give him the her the password to modify. So what you're going to do? So look at it. I'm putting in that's the password to open. So password to modify. which I think if you don't want anybody to modify that document, you put it there, and then you say OK. By the time you say OK, it will now ask you to re-enter the password to open. So this is the screen we want you to capture for practical 4.1. So what are you going to do? You are going to capture the screen. And what are you going to capture in this screen? You are going to capture, please look very carefully. You capture from here all the way down. Why did I say from here? Because we want to see this one, AC9, the name. We want to see the name. I want to see that you have 2 entries here. Those are the ones that will be scoring. I want to see this one, confirm password. So that's what I've copied it, and now take it to your report file. Yeah, so this is your report file. We will return practical 4, registration number, surname, file name, activity 1, password protecting your document. So you are going to paste this one here. You can see we have to see this one, we have to see this too, and we have to see this. You may not put, well, you may put something there. So this table is also important, because when you finish, when you say OK here, you then send the document to a friend. Say, okay, please, can you help me check what's in this document? The person will open it and say, oh no, I can't open it. Say it's password protected. Hey, so you set the password to the person, and then so you have to give us the name of the friend who validated it. If you want to be smart, you can just put anything there, but no, don't do that. If you want to be, no, is it smart or crooked? No, don't let me use that kind of word. Okay, fine. So send it to somebody anyway, test it, and then put the name of the person. Was the validator able to open without a password? Here you just put either yes or no. There was the validator able to modify contents of the file without a password? So you have to put that one. That is activity 1 of the practical for this for this password lesson. Yeah, so we've done activity 1, this one. So let's go to activity 2. Oh, we've done the practicum. Yeah, that's the practicum that we did here. Just a minute. Yeah, so practical 2, testing the strength of your password. Hey, this one, they good. Where are we going to test the strength? You go to passwordmonster.com. Just type passwordmonster.com there, and then see what I am going to do. Yeah, so your browser, passwordmonster.com, yeah, it's coming up. That's the one there. So what are you going to do now? How secure is your password? So what you do is you just type something. Now I'll put in 12 January like that. I say it's weak. It's that week. All right, so you got to capture this. Listen carefully. It takes 1 hour to crack this. So you copy this like this. You take the screenshot of it, and then get it from here like this. You have to let us see the number of files. What was this in telling us? Take the password. Okay, this password is weak. Time to crack your password, 1 hour. Of course, they don't mind about and then you need to show this. You need to show the password. So let's do the screenshot again. You got to let it show the password. You want to see the password. This one, like this. So your reporting activity 2, test the strength of your password. So we got to paste this one there. Yeah, so 12 January, you can see. Oh, I put 19 January. Okay, fine. I was doing some practice before. 12 January, you can see, say it's weak. Weak. It's taking 1 hour to crack. Okay, the other one I put as 19 January. So let me go back to that. All right, so here we are, 12 January. Let's put some interesting thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, okay, fine. So this one is strong. So I want you to do 3. One that is weak, one that is strong, and one that is very strong. This one is saying you take 13 days to crack. I mentioned to you the ways that the cyber criminals use to crack. We're going to do some cracking during the course of during the course of the course. So let's capture this too. So you go like this, and we take this, and then of course we are going to paste in our, well, we'll paste it here. So you can see this one is weak, this one is strong. So you put this one as okay, I put it now as 12 January. 12 January strong. It's taking 13 days. Okay, 13 days. So you put it like that, 13 days. Then let's take the third one, which we should ensure that is very strong. So I'll put in Psalm 23 verse 1. So you can see it's very strong. It's taking 14 million years time to crack. That's we're using brute force. All right, so let's capture this one too, and then take it like this, and then you go paste there. Yeah, and of course you have this table for the password. 12 January is weak, 1 hour. 12 January with the dollar sign, 7 or so of them strong, 13 days. Psalm 23 verse 1, very strong, 14.4 million years. Then you discuss your results for activity 1 and for activity 2. You know, this discussion, they take plenty marks. So that's the thing. So what you're going to have is your report, which will look like this. Yeah, it will look like this. So the discussion of results will then follow. Yeah, so that is activity 2. Test the password. Like I said, you go here, and that brings us to the end of the lesson in which we look at passwords and authentication. So what's happening next lesson? What's happening next lesson? Gonna be really, really sweet. Then I may be putting on my no, not the black one now. I'm going to look for a gray one. Ethical hacking and penetration testing. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. We're going to be looking at the importance of ethical hacking in cybersecurity, as you can see on the screen. Until then, my people, my dearest participants, my VIPs that are in the room, when I look at the list, hey, they didn't fear me. I really thank you for agreeing to be part of this course. Until next week. By the way, until later, we're going to have the lecture, we're going to have the debate and all that. It is bye from me, Peter Okebukola.